My parents gave my brother $50,000 for his wedding. They gave me $100. Then he saw the math. My brother Mark announced he was getting married and asked me to be his best man. I said yes immediately, genuinely happy for him. I meant it. We'd never been competitive the way some siblings are, at least not from my side. 3 days later, at Sunday dinner, Mom casually mentioned they were giving him $50,000 for the wedding. My fork stopped halfway to my mouth because when I got married 3 years ago, they handed me a card with a crisp $100 bill inside and a 20-minute lecture about fiscal responsibility. Sarah and I paid for everything: the community center venue, the cheap buffet, the DIY centerpieces we stayed up all night making. It was intimate and beautiful and cost more than we had. We went $18,000 into debt. We're still paying it off. But now, they were discussing country club venues, celebrity wedding planners, and luxury caterers like it was nothing. Nobody even looked my way. At the engagement party 2 weeks later, Dad pulled me aside near the bar. "We want to make sure Mark starts his marriage right," he said. "Set him up for success." I asked, point blank, what made his marriage more important than mine? Dad looked genuinely confused, like I'd asked why the sky was blue. "Well, you've always been the independent one, self-sufficient. We figured you didn't need help." I wanted to scream. I was independent because there was no one else. Later, outside, Sarah squeezed my hand and said, "We survived without them before. We'll keep surviving." And we would. But the bruise stayed. A month later, Mark sent the bachelor party itinerary. 4 days in Vegas. Penthouse suite at the Cosmopolitan. Bottle service. Private poker tournament. The final line: "Mom and Dad are covering your flight, hotel, and expenses as an early birthday gift." I stared at the screen for a full 5 minutes, then texted him I couldn't make it. Work commitment. He called, instantly, furious. Said I was selfish and unsupportive. Said I was abandoning him on the biggest weekend of his life. I just apologized and hung up. That night, I couldn't sleep. Sarah was passed out beside me after a brutal double shift. I went to my office, unlocked the file cabinet, and pulled out a folder labeled Wedding 2021. Inside was every receipt, invoice, confirmation email. I'd kept everything because we'd needed it for taxes, and because the debt haunted us. I spent 2 hours building a spreadsheet. Venue rental, catering per person, flowers, photography, my suit rental, Sarah's alterations, invitations, cake, DJ, what we paid on credit, what we borrowed from Sarah's sister, what we skipped our honeymoon to cover. At the bottom, I scanned the card my parents gave us, the one with the uncashed $100 check. I'd kept it as a reminder of what, I wasn't sure. Maybe of expectations I should have let die a long time ago. At 2 a.m., I sent the spreadsheet to Mark. No message, just the file, then the photo of the check. By 9 a.m., I had 17 missed calls, 12 from him, 5 from Mom. Before I could listen to anything, Mom called again. Her voice was shaking, crying, apologizing, saying she didn't know, that they never realized, that I should have said something. Apparently, Mark had driven to their house at 7 a.m., printed spreadsheet in hand, and laid it on the breakfast table. Asked them to explain the math, why his wedding was worth $50,000, and mine was worth $100. Dad tried the same excuse about me being independent. Mark asked if independence meant I didn't deserve support. The call ended abruptly. An hour later, my phone buzzed with a text from Mark. Just one line. "I told them to split the wedding money. You're getting $25,000. We're paying off your debt." I stared at it for a long time, not sure whether to cry, laugh, or breathe again.